Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, our beautiful country, how we're going to fix both those things together, backhand tyranny wherever we find a Republican, Independent, or Democrat, but more importantly, we're just purveyors of freedom, and thank you for showing up. Today, we are going to talk about something that is going to sound so familiar, I could not resist. I posted what I'm about to show you on my X account last night, and I had to do a video on it because the similarities of what's being pushed with talking points in Britain on zombie knives and terrifying big bladed weapons is exactly the same as what they do here with guns and gun control. Guys, we're about to show you exactly what the playbook is. You pull the tool out, you use the same fear, emotion, and control. It doesn't matter whether it's a knife, whether it's a gun. The point of this video is for you to be able to share a blatant similarity because I've pulled up all the other things that are going to make it similar as well. All right, let's get into this. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on, and let's dive into my X profile. As you can see here, that's the last thing that I posted. I can't resist this video, but let's get into the actual video. Make sure you follow at Braden LOA. Watch this. This is out of Britain yesterday. Okay.
I'm now brandishing in front of you a 21-inch, brutal-looking black knife. It is sharp, believe you me.
Terrifying.
It is terrifying.
It is terrifying. If someone approached me with that, I would think it was the end of my days.
It is one of the most scary things that I've ever held in my hand.
Yeah.
There's no two ways about it.
Horrific.
I bought this online for £23.49, entirely legally.
What's that sound familiar? Oh, look, another one. Reporter, America. What it's like to fire an AR-15. It's horrifying, menacing, and very, very loud. It felt to me like a bazooka and sounded like a cannon. But mostly I was just terrified. Terrified. That sounds oddly familiar.
It's the end of my days.
It is one of the most scary things that I've ever held in my hand.
Yeah.
There's no two ways about it.
Horrific.
I bought this.
Terrifying, horrific. It's absolutely awful. I bought this for $23.49. All right. That's the first one. They lay on emotion. They lay on fear. It's all about control. Doesn't matter the tool. You apply the tool, applicable anywhere you want, all about the language of fear, emotion, and control. That's what it's about. Hidden in safety. Guns, knives, doesn't matter. Same track further down the road. All right, let's keep going.
Online for £23.49, entirely legally. It has got no writing on it. If that had writing on it that said Zombie Hunter 5000, it would be illegal. Because it doesn't, it is completely legal.
So you've done nothing illegal, so you can sit in that studio opposite me with that 20-inch knife, which would kill me in seconds if you... Yeah, absolutely.
Kill several people.
In seconds.
It is terrifying.
Terrifying again. You hear that? Kill several people instantly, very quickly, in seconds. Does that sound familiar? It should. That's what they say with AR-15s or semi-automatic pistols. Let's continue. I got the next point coming up.
But it gets worse, Nick, I'm afraid, because I've heard from several police sources, in fact, this is where the story was alerted to us, that they're turning up to raids on the properties of known violent criminals. They're finding knives just like this. But because there is no writing on the knives, the police can do nothing.
Oh, wait a minute. That sounds familiar. Oh, look. Look at this. Let me theater mode this so you guys get a good view.
Earlier, we told you that the ATF is sounding the alarm over so-called ghost guns, which are weapons that can't be traced.
Now, Pepper Purpura talked with a special agent who's looking into these cases, including one in Iowa.
This problem has exploded exponentially.
More than 1,000%. That's the increase the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives saw in ghost guns linked to crimes.
Ghost guns linked to crimes. It's the same playbook. All right, let's keep going.
One police officer described it to me, the legislation, as completely pointless. Now, we've also spoken to criminal lawyers who confirmed that the loophole exists. And I've...
Hold on. Did you hear that? Let me...
Pointless. Now, we've also spoken to criminal lawyers who confirmed that the loophole exists. And I've...
What? The loophole? Hold on a second. Look at this.
Welcome to the NewsHour. The Biden White House is issuing a rule designed to close a gap that allows gun buyers to avoid background checks. Officials are touting the move to end the so-called gun show loophole, one of the most significant steps to crack down on unlicensed dealers in decades. The rule...
That is so weird. So, let's go through this again. Britain, terrifying, horrifying, scary, could kill me in seconds. America, like a bazooka, sounded like a cannon, but mostly I was just terrified. Then we go back to loopholes, and they're showing up in police raids on the ATF. And then we wrap up with loopholes again in Britain, and then we wrap up with loopholes in America. Guys, this is identical, and I'm going to make a montage of this, but this is identical. They are using the exact same language, the exact same approaches. All they're doing is taking the word gun out and putting the word knife in. It's about complete and total control. It's about the tool, it's not about the tool, it's about control. It's fill in the blank here. They can do it with groups of people. They can do it with anything that they want. All they have to do is replace that one word, whether it be gun, whether it be knife, and replace it with something else that they want to ban, like cars, like trucks, like certain demographics of people. That's all they have to do. Fear, emotion, and control. That's it, under the surmised idea of safety. All right, let's keep going. Let's finish this out.
It must fit 3 key criteria. It must have a cutting edge. You can see there's a cutting edge on this knife. It must have a serrated edge. There's a serrated edge on this knife. But crucially, it must have, and I'm going to quote the legislation, images or words that suggest it is to be used for the purpose of violence.
Okay. And to wrap this entire thing up, it's the 1994 assault weapons ban all day, every day. They had cosmetic features that were banned in the 1994 assault weapons ban, and the guns still existed the exact same way. That's exactly what they're saying here in Britain. It's got to have a blade on it, it's got to have serrated edge, and it's got to say something about zombie or violence. But if it doesn't do that, it's a loophole. That's my terrible British Cockney accent. Guys, it's the same play. That's why I show you these things. That's why we need to send these things out. That's why we need to spread this awareness, because it's exactly the same. I say it right there. Hey, America, if this sounds exactly like gun control talking points and language, that's because it is. Replace the tool, same language of tyranny and control, using fear and emotion. It's not about the guns. And I'd like to throw in, it's about perceived safety. They will take every single right that you have, and you will be the safest little serf you could ever imagine until they decide to withdraw that blanket of safety of which they are providing, because they can remove anything that they give you. That's the entire point of the American experience. We take away all the tools and safety that's given to us, and we earn it ourselves, because the only person that can take it away is the person that provided it. That's the entire point. You just saw it. It's a terrifying knife. Oh my God, it's awful. Loopholes and stuff and zombies and just kill you in seconds. It's terrifying. You get it. All right, guys, that's what I had for you. It's a little off the beaten path, but I wanted to show it to you because it's incredibly insane. And I'll make a montage, and I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.